Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is the IDR Sprint Enduro in Berkshire, New York. My name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national GNCC champion and a part of the Ampro Yamaha factory support off-road team. This is section C. There's 3 sections and we have to do each section a certain amount of times, but I'm just going to show you what I thought was the most exciting parts of each section. And this particular time I wasn't even being timed. I was just doing this for fun after I was done with my race. But I had a goal. I was trying to catch one of the riders that I started I think 30 seconds behind, Maverick Reiner. So I was definitely putting down the heat on this one. And the GoPro, according to my GoPro, it says that this was my best time on this section, but it makes sense. I had a bunch of practice on it from the other times I rode it. But this was my favorite section of the day. I don't know about my dad. Mike Sigaty's here with me. What do you think? Was this your favorite section?
It was definitely the easiest section. Some of the other sections had axle deep mud, roots, hill climbs, which you'll see in a moment. But if I had a 125, I think I would prefer to sing it pretty high, high strung in this section versus chug my way through some of the other stuff, which you'll see in a moment.
Yeah, definitely. In a moment, actually, you're going to see, I come out to a grass track, and the grass track was so slick here that you'll probably hear me come in. Oh, there was Reiner. You see me give him a little wave. But, I guess I'll show you more of the grass track later, but it is slick, and I almost fall a bunch of times in there.
It's not only slick, but off camber. It's like every left turn was off camber, so it was tough, really tough. I felt like a double C rider going through that.
So this race, like all the races we've been going to lately, the weather was supposed to be terrible. It said it was going to rain the whole time, and then as we started getting closer to the race, the weather was just getting pushed back and back. And as you can see, the conditions really weren't that bad. But one time I raced here on my 50, and on my Honda 50 and my KTM 50, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. That was definitely a muddy one for me. But right here, I come into this corner on the grass track, once we get out into the grass track, and you'll see I almost slide out just in the first corner of grass track. It was kind of a common theme for all day. It was really slick. So I can see the guy I'm trying to catch, Maverick Reiner, in the distance. I don't know if you guys can see him over there on the left. And I know that there was only a little bit of this section left. We just have a couple more turns and then a creek. So I definitely didn't want to push it too hard in the creek. At this point, this was my last section of the day. I was literally less than a quarter mile away from the finish, but I really wanted to catch him, so I did kind of push it a little bit. But the creek was fun. It was nice and cool in there. It wasn't hot. Actually, the whole day wasn't hot. It wasn't really sunny either. It was really dark in the woods. The first couple sections of the day, I felt like I couldn't see anything. What about you, Dad?
Yeah, this is very later in the day. Earlier in the day, it was dark, and they had so much rain up there. Here's another section. Oh, here's me. They had so much rain that they were saying on the internet that you weren't allowed to park in the fields. Everyone had to park on the roads, which definitely scared some people away. And every time we come here, it's always super gnarly and muddy, sort of like you're seeing here. And this is actually some of the best conditions we've ever seen here. Show them what the conditions were when you rode it on a Honda 50. So this is what the course looked like when he was riding a Honda 50. And I'll admit, we had a pretty trick Honda 50. Look at the forks and the disc brake on this bike. And we hang it in the window now. He also rode it on a KTM 50 a different year. And that was his first trophy ever. He got a 7th place trophy, and the reason he got that 7th place trophy is that we put a full-size KTM radiator fan in the front of his KTM 50 radiator because it wouldn't fit behind it. And it was so muddy that day that even the overall leader was overheating, and his dad was chasing around the course with a gallon of antifreeze, and he was the fastest kid there. Ryder never even got a trophy before. I'm like, you were going to overheat and blow up this bike.
Thank you.
I don't want to interrupt you there, but I don't know if you heard, I was coming down the hill and I almost slid out. Like I told you earlier, it was really slick, and you guys probably heard me go whoa because I was scared I was gonna fall, but I actually didn't fall the whole day, which was pretty good. And then I don't know if you guys heard there again, more woes coming from me because it was slick out, but continue.
Yeah, that's pretty much it about the 50 stuff. I thought we were going to cut out some of this grass track, but don't worry. We're going to get into some gnarly woods soon if you're still with us, because the woods are definitely here. These gnarly woods are definitely better viewing than the grass track.
So there was my dad taking off, and then here's me taking off like 15 seconds behind him.
Did you see that guy have that thing in his hand? That's what they do to scan you when you go into a section, and then they scan you when you come out, and that's how they determine your time. So this is a this is a sprint enduro where there's 3 sections, and you have to do each section approximately 3 times. C riders have to do them actually 1 to 2 times, and the A riders have to do every section 3 times. So they kind of mix it up depending on your skill level or class level. And this was some gnarly mud here.
Yeah, in a second you're gonna see some other mud that'll slow down for you and almost get kicked over the handlebars just because I'm trying to hold it wide open, keep the front end light, and then there's just so many big bumps in a row that I wasn't ready for, and I got all scared. Right here, there wasn't a ton of lines at this race, but I didn't have a problem passing at all. Everybody was really nice, everyone moved over, and I don't think I got stuck behind one person at all, or even roosted by anyone, to be honest, for that matter.
Weren't we saying that the woods were so slick that if you got off the trail and tried to make your own trail, it was worse than going... This was a tough turn right here, actually. Doesn't look it, though. The woods were so slick that if you went off the trail and tried to make your own trail through the woods, it was worse than riding in a rut because your tires could grab onto the roots and get you going.
Yeah, definitely. I think in a minute you're going to see, once I get around my dad... Or no, we already passed that, I think.
That's me right there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm around... There's you. But I'm saying the scene that we're talking about. Oh, no, it's right here. See, this was a really bad rut, but if you look to the right, there's a trail. And that trail had so much less traction than this rut that I'm in, just because the trail and the woods and the leaves over there were so slick that you almost wanted to be in the rut, just like we were saying.
Yeah, that was that absolute section that I was thinking about too, where I tried to go around that guy in the woods, and it would have been easier just to stay in the trail.
So my dad was just talking about the little scoring guns that they use. This is another cool creek section, but my dad was just talking about the little scoring guns that they use to score the race. Well, that doesn't give you any live scoring. So the whole day, I really had no clue how fast I was going, or like how I was doing compared to everyone else. At the end of the day, I ended up winning my class, but because I didn't do all the sections, because I'm a B rider, they won't score me for all the sections. I don't know how I would've, or how I did overall. It wasn't very good. But if I did all the sections and I kept up with the pace that I was going, it would have been second overall behind Kyle and McDonald. But right here, like I said before, I was wheeling, and then boom, I hit that big bump, and it just kicked me over the handlebars almost. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, and then I kind of knew that wasn't very good of me to do, but you heard me say that was not good. And I don't know, it's just stuff like that definitely scares you, that keeps you on your toes. And then right here, I guess I wasn't on my toes because I came in way too fast. Even though you can't tell in the video, a lot of turns here, I would come in real fast and get on the brakes, and I feel like I would speed up. The brakes were just not that the brakes weren't working. The brakes were working great, but it was just so slick out. And here's like there's no ribbon, no arrows. It's so muddy. It's like make your own trail. Just trying to get up this muddy hill. But yeah, it was a fun day though. I liked it. Oh, so I have a funny story to tell about when my dad and I were going to go to the last section of the day. Or no, it was one of the sections, I forget which one. And we both start our bikes. We're both at the van, and we start our bikes. And I go around one side of the van, and I guess my dad went around the other side of the van. And this is the third section that we haven't seen yet, by the way. And I get around the van, I'm like, where'd my dad go? Maybe he just left this section and he's there already. So I kind of look around a little bit, and then I go to this section and he's not there. And I'm looking all over for this guy. and it's like when you if someone loses their kid at the supermarket and they have to say over the loudspeaker for the little kid to come to the front desk. I couldn't find him anywhere. He was at like a section that we already did. I didn't know where he was, but I was able to find him eventually, and we did this section together that we're on now. But that definitely was confusing, I think, for everybody. And there's me calling him old man because he got lost in the pits, but it's okay because this is the last section of the day. But it was a good day, and definitely not as muddy as I thought. We had to leave at like 5 in the morning though to get here, because we left on Saturday or Sunday, and I got to sleep the whole way. But maybe he was just tired from driving at 5 in the morning. Also, guys, before we get to the end of the video, I just want to say don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Here, I got stuck. This is the closest thing to falling all day. I was like, I don't know, I started to fall down the mountain, so I just hopped off the bike and pushed it up. But definitely just, wasting time because we love that. And then there's my dad. I don't know if you guys just saw him in the top left corner. And all the time that I made up on him, I just lost right there. But it was fine. And we're getting to the end of the day, or the end of the video. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you in the next one. I think coming up soon we have a tour event at Bud's Creek, so that's going to be an interesting video. I don't know if it's next week. It might be a couple weeks from now, but it's going to be really exciting. We're going to get to ride the National Motocross track where Hayden Deegan just won the 250 National Motocross Championship, I think yesterday or the day before. So make sure you guys check that out when it comes out, because it's going to be a good one. 2-day event. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.